Okay. Hi, I'm Dorian, and this is going to be my blog about my transition from female to male. I've been trans for my whole life. I've known since I was a little kid, and I was in a really sheltered household. So I really didn't know anything about it. I didn't know what was going on with me, why when we were playing on the playground, I wanted to be the army guy rather than the nurse, or I wanted to be Han Solo instead of Princess Leia. I wanted to be Link instead of Zelda. And I didn't find out until I was in college, actually. So it's been kind of a slow process for me. I'm older than I would have liked to have been to start this process, but I'm gonna start with it tomorrow. My first shot of testosterone is for tomorrow. And so I wanted to kind of start this blog to see about helping people with advice on how to get this process started, and what it's going to what it does to me and how it affects my personality and my appearance, and kind of to help me keep a track of that as well. Also, I talk about a lot of nerdy things. I love to cosplay, and I love to draw, and I love comic books. So also I wanted to, let's see, I'm looking at my notes because I have ADD and I can't remember anything. I want to talk about how you can start on the process if it's something that you feel that you need to do. I'm in the state of Georgia, so I'm going to explain how it's working for me here, and how easy it is, actually. In Georgia, you're not actually required to go to therapy, but it's always good to have that as a backing because you never know when you're going to be questioned. It's a kind of tough thing to think about, so it's also a hard thing to discuss with people around you, employers, schools, workplaces, everything. So the first thing I did in part of my process, other than deciding, hey, this is who I am, this is who I intend to be, was my name. I had a really girly name, and I really hated it. So it's surprisingly really easy to get your name changed. I just went to the courts. Sometimes they tell you you're going to need a lawyer and it's going to cost so much money, and that's actually not true. It only costs about $120. You can go down to your local courthouse and file for it, pay the fees right then and there, and then they'll give you a court date. I was expecting to have to explain why I wanted my name changed, and I had this entire elaborate story because I didn't think that it would be looked well upon if I was like, oh, well, I want to be a man. This is why I want to change my name. So I wrote this entire elaborate crazy story, and I thought I was going to have to get in front of an entire, courtroom and explain to them I'm this creative individual and I want to market myself better and blah, 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 blah. And I had all these alternate reasons other than the truth. But it turns out all I had to do was stand in front of a judge and say, no, I'm not doing this because I'm trying to get away from my debt. No, I'm not a felon. And all he said was, good, go stand over there until we're done with the names. Took 30 minutes, and that was it. My driver's license now has Dorian written on it, and instead of the other one. So it's really easy. The second part is for the process of male or female to male, it is to go and undergo virilization, which means I'm going to have to take testosterone shots. There are a lot of different ways that you can get testosterone administered, but that's the most common. I actually went to a really cheap clinic. It cost $100 to do the blood test, and I was approved in less than 2 weeks. And my first shot's going to be tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of changes this is going to have on me. And also, I'm really scared. I have no idea what it's going to do to me. Everyone has different results. Hopefully, my number one reason is I really want my voice to change. When I speak, I sound very feminine. I have a very high-pitched voice. When I try to lower it, it just kind of sounds awkward, and it still doesn't go through. So I just want to be in a place. I want someone to come up to me and ask me, sir, would you like another drink? Or, he would like this, or, he's an artist, he's a designer, not she this, she that. And it's my strong hope that this is going to make a difference. But if anyone has any questions, please put them in the comment box below, and I'm going to try and answer them as much as possible. You can ask me questions about being trans. You can ask me questions about being nerdy. I work at a comic book shop, so ask me questions about comic book shop. Ask me about what it's like being in the workplace and being trans. I have 2 jobs right now, and it's 2 completely different situations. My parents, or my mother, in fact, doesn't accept it very well. But my little brother, on the other hand, has been incredibly supportive, and his wife has been incredibly supportive. I have yet to tell my mother that I'm going to go through this, which is going to be something that's happening in the next 2 weeks. So I have a lot of concerns, but I'm here to help you and here to learn more about myself as I talk. So leave your questions in the comment box, and I'll try to do this every week.